First, I'm going to start by assuming that you do not have any discipline problems, because that is one thing that many people encounter while practicing art. Like, oh, I don't want to do this today. Or if you're like there at the desk with the pencil and you don't want to create, that is when this video can help you. Hello, brother. In this video, I'm not going to take to teaching you stuff. I'm not going to take to motivating you. I'm not going to take to demotivating you. I'm going to give you a story. The inferences are on your part, so you get to make the inferences, by the way. Now, I want to ask you a few things. No, I want to ask of you to visualize a few things. Now, take this second and close your eyes and visualize as I tell you to. You don't feel motivated right now. You're sitting on your work desk and you have a pencil in your hand. And you have a sketchbook or a notebook where you write stuff, or just the item that you use in your craft, say a guitar or stuff like that. And then what happens is, you really want to create at that moment, you hold it, but it's just not flowing through that spark that you felt first to create. Now, what do? Open your eyes. Did the visualization trigger something in you? Did it trigger a thought in your head? Like, what do I do when I'm not getting any ideas? Well, you take some rest. That's what I found to be the best thing. Rest, not in the sense, go back to your phone, scroll on Instagram, watch TV, other things. Not in that sense at all. Just taking the time to vacate from that work. Be it anything, if you're lacking inspiration to create a masterpiece that is engineered to fly through the skies faster than Mach 5, or you're making an amazing race car that's gonna beat the latest Formula 1 car's top speeds, you're gonna have to let yourself be bored. Do you think the great people, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, let's not even go there. Let's think of past age samurai. They are really cool people, right? What did they do when they're bored? What did Miyamoto Musashi do when he was bored? He just let himself rest. Because that feeling of boredom is the feeling that you need some rest. Your mind is drained and it hasn't processed what has happened in the past. So you have to take the time to let it rest before you go to the next stage. And think about it. When have you made your best art? It was actually an act of love, right? Like, you had this thought that you fell in love with, that you actually created it in a physical reality. You labored with your pencil or your guitar or whatever to create that. And yeah, art is an act of love. And if you keep forcing it, it won't be. It will just be a technical marvel without the feeling of awe or surprise that you had when you first started making this to begin with. And yeah, brother, that was mostly about it. And what you can do to get more inspiration than just sit in a place without your phone scrolling away or entertain yourself or so on is to go on adventures. I find that this helps me quite well. An adventure need not be a trip to the jungle. That is also really fun. You should really try that. This time I went to the estate at my hometown. It felt quite great. We trekked there, we looked at the plantations and all of these things. And we kind of explored the whole area inside the jungle just a little bit. And that set my inspiration on freaking wildfire. this is really cool, bro. Like, I thought of an idea for a shark with a shutter for a mouth. Something like when it opens, it would flash. Like, boom. And it's not even related to the estate. I just happened to look at a camera while I was there. I just happened to take photos while I was there. Photos, not in the sense post it on Instagram, make content everywhere you go type of thing, but just stuff that you find beauty in. They can quite help you get your inspiration levels up. And if your inspiration levels are up, you can quite much do anything. Like going to an estate triggers a sci-fi setting in your head. Going to a sci-fi setting in reality, say New York, New Jersey, or stuff like that, if you're in that kind of space. Never been to America, let's say something more relatable to me at least. Something like the Nilgiri Hills, say something like Kumali, all of these places, they kind of spark the fire in you. And without that fire, your works are not going to be the same. And yeah, that was about inspiration, what to do when you run out of ideas, and how to get the creative juice flowing. Meet you in another video. Bye bye.